The Tank. He was the best. 5-time champion and one of the founding fathers of the underground. He disappeared last year for reasons unknown, and his title was taken from him. Is he still the best? Some say yes, some say no. He's here to prove all the naysayers wrong. With many of his patented moves, like the grenade and the scud, he's coming back with a vengeance to reclaim his title from the Latino madness. Legend says that his paddles were carved from a tree struck by lightning. And from the hills of Scotland comes the UK amateur champion. He plays with passion, courage, and a stiff Scotch on the rocks. He is the embodiment of the Scottish warrior. He is Dave Hunt. The Latino Madness. He came out of nowhere last year and took the championship with his hard, brutal, and some would say dirty playing style. The Latino Madness is always with his girlfriend, and he refuses to speak to anybody but her. This year, he's going to have to defend his championship against the Tank, and he's ready. Rumor has it that he's been waiting for a piece of the Tank for years. Cold, mysterious, and ready to play. He is the Latino Madness. Spence Washington, the lone American at the tournament, is a self-proclaimed renegade cowboy and is undefeated and underestimated in this tournament. The U.S. ping pong champion, his game is as wild, fast, and free as the American West. This cowpoke is here to make a name for himself and to bring glory to the American flag. Another rookie at this year's tournament is Johnny Maple. The NHL lockout forced Johnny to find other means of competition, so he took up Kumite ping pong. He put down his stick, found the paddle, and never looked back. Johnny's the dark horse in this year's tournament, as he's yet to even play an amateur. But in Kumite ping pong, anything can happen. What brings this eclectic group of men together? Their love of Kumite ping pong and their willingness to do whatever it takes to be the Kumite ping pong champion. You know, to some people, this is just an entrance to an old, dilapidated warehouse. But to those of us who know, this is a portal into the dark and seedy underground of extreme ping pong kumite. Now, this has been an underground sport for years, folks. Nobody wants anybody to know about this sport. And normally, if I tried to go in there with that video camera without permission, I'd be getting my skinny white Irish ass paddled. But they've given me an exclusive interview and the rights to the documentation of this extreme ping pong kumite. Spence, nicely done. Whew. You're the only American at this tournament right now. You're the U.S. national champion, last year. Got a buy into the Kumite here.
Yeah, well...
So, how do you feel to be here?
Well, it's pretty good. I didn't make the Canadian team, so I actually moved down to the States.
Oh.
But now, I kind of like it.
Do you feel that Texas attitude of go big or go home has really helped your game any?
Well, you know what they say. Go big or go home.
Yeah.
And I went big. I'm at the Kumite. Ping pong, I guess, isn't really that big in Texas, so there wasn't much competition. Actually, I kind of got a buy-in because there's nobody that even plays ping pong down there.
Already,
I wouldn't call me a nobody. I'm a somebody.
Oh, you are somebody. You're somebody to me. Gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
You smell good.
Thank you. It's Old Spice. Yeah.
I'm just gathering my... I can't do this. I can't do this interview. I can't get this on my face.
So you've been the Scottish amateur champion for the last 4 years, yet you've never won a major tournament. Why do you think that is, Dave?
Let me explain that for a second. I think the reason that I haven't won a major tournament in a long time is I always fly way away to different countries. The jet lag and the food, it affects me. Aye, laddie! My mom made haggis, though, laddie. The food there is something else. I'll tell you right now. I can't. This interview is over.
The lockout happens. There's no chance at all of playing in the NHL. Lots of guys, they go different places. You, Kumite ping pong. Why?
See, for me, what it was that I had a good friend of mine, right, who I was rehabilitating with after my puck in the head incident, and he's really into extreme sports, and he knew I liked the thrill, and he took me to Kumite last year, and it was my first one, and the next day I went to the gym and started training because I want to be the best. You know? Yankee Doodle Dandy's going to go back to Washington, D.C.
You have a personal grudge against Washington?
Oh, yeah. I mean, have you met the guy? Have you met the guy at all? He's sitting around and he's going, boo, boo, I'm all Yankee. And you know what? That kind of attitude don't fly with me.
The Latino Madness refused all requests for an interview. I just wanted to say how much I love what you have done with this sport, and it's just an honor to talk to you, sir.
Thank you very much. The tank always wins. Every time.
Well, you were 5-time defending champion before you took that year off. Why did you take that year off?
Took that year off to find myself in Malaysia. I used to have a Caesar. Now I got a mullet. A man's hair shows a full character of who he is, what he's done in his life. I'm a warrior.
So you're not in any way worried about the Latino Madness, of course, who came out of nowhere last year while you were gone.
You see, he's got a weakness. His woman.
So what about 2003 when you were playing Big Mama?
Big Mama was a doozy, I'll give her that. She was good. She used to get her little monsters after me, her little children, when we would play, and they'd come and bug me and try to beat me by cheating that way. But Mom only managed to get the little monsters off her hands by banging them against the tank for so long before I spiked it in her face, 21-17. Welcome, mortals, to the 17th annual Ping Pong Kumite. We're all here for one simple reason. We can play ping pong real good. There's one thing though, I'm the best. And that's why I'm standing here before you, doing the ceremonial speech to the Lord Nahuho, who founded ping pong and the Kumite. Let's get started. Lights!
After his crushing defeat, Dave Hart hit rock bottom. He went on a 30-day drinking binge and was never seen from again. Spence Washington, well, he came back next year. Johnny Maple gave up on Kumite ping pong and decided never to play sports again, until suddenly he got a call. Apparently in the NHL lockout, eventually they had to use replacement players, and Johnny Maple finally got his chance to try out for the Edmonton Oilers. The Latino Madness. His dignity gone, his girl gone, bitch slapped. He was never seen from in the Kumite ping pong world again. And the tank. The champion had come back. He'd gotten the glory, he'd gotten the girl, he'd gotten the mystery prize in the suitcase. He went on to be champion for another 3 years and then retired gracefully. He went on to become the commissioner of the official Kumite Ping Pong Professional Sports League.